my first video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A whilst doing my makeup. So, before we get into the questions, I'm going to be using the Candy Cosmetics Pre-Glow Up Mist. I use this every time underneath my foundation just to give my foundation a bit more of a glow. Now while we let that set in, I'm going to be answering my first question. So my first question is, what's going to be on your YouTube channel? So on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing some makeup tutorials, some challenges. I've also got a video planned with my friend who will be controlling my day for 24 hours. So that will be uploading very soon. So next, the foundation I'll be using is the Fit Me 100 Maybelline. So the next question is, what's your favourite brand to shop from? So if we're talking about clothes, I normally like to shop from Pretty Little Thing or Missguided. They're normally my go-to shops I like to shop to. However, if we're talking about makeup, I really like going to Morphe because their palettes are personally for me the best. Now currently I've got a bit of a tan, so this foundation is a bit light. However, if we keep blending it in, it will look a lot better. So next question is, when did you start getting into makeup? So I think I started getting into makeup in around year 7. However, if I look on my makeup Instagram page, on my Instagram, the first time I posted was on the 7th of June 2019. So that's when I started my makeup page. So I guess you can say that's when I properly started getting into makeup and wanted to do it more as a career. So I'm going to be doing beauty at college next year, hopefully, if I get my grades I want. The next question is, what's my favourite palette? Now my favourite palette is the James Charles one for my eyeshadow. Now this is the James Charles one I got for Christmas, and I really wanted it because everyone kept talking about it and the shades are really pigmented. On my makeup page I do a lot of looks involving that palette. Recently I have also brought this Jeffree Star palette, and that's also amazing because the pressed glitters, they're also very nice. On holiday I also brought a Tarte palette which is really good. I used to love that, and it's called the Hamptons Weekend. It's a bit dirty now because I've used it quite a lot. As you can see, the highlighter is gone, however the bronzer is really good. So I'm just going to keep blending in my foundation as we don't want it to look any patchy, and I'm going for that glowy look. Right, so now all my foundation is blended in, I'm going to be moving on to my concealer. Now I did used to have the Tarte Shape Tape, which was really good. However, I've used it all, and I got that on holiday, and in the UK we don't have a Sephora. So I'm going to be using the Rimmel Hide the Blemish. And it's just a cream concealer that's really easy to blend. I normally put this under my eyes in a triangle shape because it gives me more of a coverage and gets rid of the dark circles underneath my eye. I also put it in between my eyebrows just so it gives my face a bit more of a shape. So the next question I'll be answering is, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? So I think I would probably be a giraffe, so I can be a lot taller because I'm quite small and I don't really like being quite small, if I'm going to be honest. So I think I'd be a giraffe for that reason. I also like to apply my concealer on my eyelid just for a base for my eyeshadow. Once it's all blended out, I also set it with some baking powder, which just gives it a more of a matte finish and it makes my concealer not crease throughout the day. So the baking powder I'll be using is the I Heart Revolution, and it smells like peaches and it's really nice. However, this stuff does get messy quite quickly. Right, so the next question I'll be answering from my friends is my favourite film. Now, my favourite film, I normally like comedy films because I find them more entertaining. So the Adam Sandler films I normally like to watch. However, if I'm going to be honest, I don't really like watching a lot of films just because I think they're quite long. And I normally go for series. So, however, I also like watching the dance films. My favourite dance film is the Honey films. The first and second one are really good, and I would recommend that for anyone who likes watching dance films. The Honey second one, it's about this dancer who goes into a dance battle, and it's like a competition, and I would want you to watch it. While I let my baking powder set, I'll be answering another question. So my best friend Emily, she asked me, what are your top 5 people to watch on YouTube? So I would say I've currently been loving watching The Sidemen, as I really think they're really funny, and I would highly recommend watching them. So that's what I've just been doing in lockdown, is watching them mainly. I also enjoy watching Anastasia Kingsnorth and Saffron Barker. I think they're really good and entertaining, especially with their makeup videos. And my fourth YouTuber I've actually been liking is the Thatcher Joe Games, where he's been playing The Sims with Diane. And I also like watching Brandonio's videos, as I really think they're entertaining, especially with his sister and his girlfriend.
Well, I like Jack, mate.
So now I've let my baking powder set, I'm just going to wipe it off by using my Spectrum brushes. These came with a set at Christmas time. It came with these brushes, these eyeshadow brushes, and these face brushes. It came in a nice set, and I got it for Christmas in the sales at Boots. So now I've wiped this all off, I've got a bit of more of a matte finish. And the next thing I apply is my bronzer. All my bronzer is blended in. I just like to set my face with some setting spray. So I recently brought the Morphe setting spray, and it smells absolutely amazing. It smells just like peaches, and I believe it's their new one they just brought out. I also love the packaging, as I think the pink and orange look really nice together. So while I just quickly let that set in, after I'll be using my highlighter, and I think this is a good trick, as once you apply that and your setting spray is not set fully, it makes your highlighter look a little more glowy, and it makes it pop a bit more. So the highlighter I'll be using is the I Heart Revolution in Banana. It really looks really nice, especially when the sun hits it. However, one thing I will say is that it is quite a buildable highlighter, so if you want it fully popping, you've got to put quite a lot on for that to happen. I'm also just using my fan brush from Real Techniques. I think this is really good for using any highlighters, as it just makes the application a bit more easier. I like to apply it a bit on my nose, just so it looks quite nice, and on top of my lip, and then just above my eyebrow. I don't really do nothing with my eyebrows, as they look full already, so I just use the Model Co clear brow gel, just so they just stay in shape really, and they don't move throughout the day. So at the moment I haven't really been doing a lot with my eyeshadow. I've literally just been doing a natural look. For my eyeshadow, I've just been using the Hoola bronzer, as it just gives it a nice look without it looking too dramatic. I literally just put this on my crease just so my lid has got a bit more of a colour. I just blend this out using my fluffy brush from a Spectrum that came in that gift set. So the next question I'll be answering is from my friend Jasmine. What is your favourite calf? Okay, so me and Jasmine, we've got this inside joke. There's this calf near us and it's unhygienic and it's just a bit skanky if I'm gonna be honest. And every day we come to school and we make the joke, have you been to this calf? I'm not gonna say the calf's name just because I don't want them to like see it and then it's just not good saying their name if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, it's just unhygienic and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. So my friend asked what's my favourite makeup look. I think my favourite makeup look I've done is my Louis Vuitton inspired makeup look. I was really proud of that and it took me a really long time to do it. So, but I think the outcome of it went really well and it's how I wanted it to go. So I would say that is my favourite look I have done. Now, for lips, before I apply my lipstick, I use the Sport FX Rhubarb and Raspberry Lip Balm Recovery Lip Balm. I think this is really good as it helps moisturise my lips. It's just like this. How did you learn to do makeup? So, I think, once again, YouTube really helped me learn to do makeup. Just watching Zoella's videos, Anastasia, Saffron, I think they all helped me learn how to do makeup. And I feel like the more practice you get doing makeup, the better you'll just get at it. So it's just one of those things really. My favourite eye look I have done, it's got to be the one where it was with the gold eye look with the multi-colours on top. My friend said it reminds her of my Ibiza, and we've got this running joke in my friends group of us all going to Ibiza. So I really like that look. It's the Saint Looks that came in my glossy box I get every month. I just use this for a lip liner as it makes my lip look a bit more fuller without even applying the lipstick. And I don't really like overfilling my lips just because I think that looks a bit fake. I just literally follow my lip line. So for lipstick, I'll be using the MCO Beauty, which also came in my glossy box once a month. And it's literally just this nude shade. It looks really pretty on the lips and it goes well with this lip liner. I normally just tend to stick with nude lipsticks as I just think they look a lot nicer. So for lip gloss, I just like to add a little bit of lip gloss on top. I'll be using the Floss Beauty. This just gives my lips more of a bit of a shine, as I don't like my lips looking too matte. So that's the end of my video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.
Hello. Shalom.
When you record. Actually, put them behind the thing. What are you doing? You're not filming, are you? Are you? Are you actually? Are you? Delete it! Delete it. Dad. Delete it! Don't be stupid. Are you serious? Do you think this is good content? Dad, delete it. Stop filming, you absolute dickhead. Stop it. video when you've done all this. Mads, you're actually filming it. Delete it. Pause it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't delete it.